Today, we got a very special technique. Not only a special technique, because we always have a special technique, but we also have a special guest. Today, Ward is actually helping out with filming and stuff. He trains at our gym, but he's also the guy filming and editing. So you might wonder, how is he helping out and filming at the moment? Well, we hope it turns out okay, but it's all on autopilot, I guess. But he will be editing all the stuff. He's doing all the videos, so you finally get to see behind the screens. He'll also be my subject today to suffer the knee bar we're going to show you from a pass, Toriando pass and no-gi, getting to knee on belly, spinning to the knee bar, some toe hold details. Let's not talk about that too much, let's just get to it. Oes. So before we get to the submission, let's first look at the pass and how to get there. We're going to start off in a guard passing scenario. So for no-gi, I like to get the grip on the foot. So first off, I like to disbalance him and watch it how we engage. We actually have a video on that on the open guard pass with the knee slice. I covered that whole stuff. So for now, I'm just quickly going to go through it. I'm going to lift him up. And as soon as he recovers, I'm going to grab his feet, like all the way across his toes. And I'm going to get my elbow and hips connected, because Ward's leg is going to be stronger than my arm here. If he tries to kick out, he's going to control my arm instead of me controlling his legs. And if I control just his knees or his shin, the instep of his foot, he can turn his foot and kick out and start working a guard here with his legs. So I like to control the feet, and it's going to be my setup for the submission we're going to work with anyways. So I control the feet. I'm going to put pressure, going to get my elbows inside my hip. I'm going to put pressure forward like this. Yeah? And it looks like I have a weak base, but the more I get my elbows out of my hips and stand strong, the easier it is for guard to work and get Ward's guard going. So I grab and I put pressure. So here I'm going to react. I'm going to wait for his reaction, and as soon as he starts pushing back, I'm actually going to pull and flare my knee out. So it kind of happens quick, so I'll try to show it slowly. I'm not going to step all the way out. I'm just going to drag and circle my leg in, step out with this leg, and get my knee on belly, and I keep control of this foot. So getting my pressure, circle, keep control of this foot, and get a low knee on belly. Now this foot is actually the grip I want to work with. From here I have several options. Yeah. Today we're going to look at a spinning knee bar from here, as we mentioned. There's also the possibility of diving for the toe hold, but I don't feel comfortable in this position yet. So we keep a high posture and control of the foot. Then this knee is going to spin inward and immediately go behind his knee. I'm going to be careful with not kicking my partner in the face. Yeah, so if you're drilling, just to be sure, ask your partner to keep his guard up on his face. Yeah, because especially if you're not that familiar with spinning around, you might end up kicking him. But I want to take the shortest route, so I'm not going to kick all the way over. I'm going to make a small step with my knee. So we're in the knee on belly, and I'm going to throw my knee that way and spin underneath. Now my knee, so I'm going to be up on my foot, and my knee has to be high on his knee. The more I go back, the less of control I will have on his leg. Yeah, so I'm going to get him out of base, control his feet, put pressure, get to the knee on belly like a Toriando pass, circle through and get in. I'm going to squeeze my knees together and fall back on my side. Yeah. Let's check out a different angle in a second, but for now, I want to end up with my knees squeezing together, controlling his thigh and his upper leg, okay? So I do have this foot dangling there. We're also going to cover that later on, but for now, spin, yeah? Put your foot on the mat, get your knees together, and fall to the side. So let's check out the different angle. So engage. Break his posture. Obviously, I'm going to check how he reacts. If he opens up and wants to circle, I'm obviously going to go for a pass like this. But now control his legs, put pressure, circle out, go for the knee on belly, controlling this foot. I'm going to spin, get this knee behind as I fall down. Now, as soon as I fall down, I want to immediately get pressure with my knees, and I want to work towards controlling his heel and his foot, so that he doesn't get to turn his legs, and more importantly, that he doesn't get to close a triangle here. So if he closes the triangle, now it's getting pretty hard for me to attack the knee bar. So if I keep a grip around his calf, yeah, and I put all my pressure in it, still his calf is going to be stronger, and he can just close his triangle. So what I want to control is the final part of his heel, and I'm going to place my head on top of his foot. Anytime I dive for the knee bar, and I get his foot on top of my body, it's going to be easier again for him to turn his foot, to close a triangle, to work with his grips, get his hands involved, grab his foot and get it back, or to just turn his leg so there's no more triangle here. I can still upgrade and go for like an inside sankaku, but I want to finish the knee bar. So we end up here, squeezing my knees together, and I want to get my head on top of his foot. So what happens, I'm going to get his foot with my head and fix it on the mat like this. So if he tries to turn his leg now, it's stuck at the end of the leverage. So as soon as we fall back, I'm not going to control his leg, I'm going to control his foot. So I slide up, grab the heel, and place my head on top, and I'm just going to look to the mat like this. Put my head to the side. That generates pressure on top of his foot. Try to turn your leg, please. Making it nearly impossible for him to turn his leg. If I lift my foot to look what's happening, he gets to turn his leg, and now there's no knee bar. Okay? So we end up in the position. My upper body is going to work to control the lowest part of his leg. So that's his heel and his foot. Yeah? This leverage here. So his knee stays in the exact position I want it to be. We can obviously try and finish a sideways knee bar. We can upgrade, etc., etc. And it does open him up for other attacks if he spins. But for now, I want to finish with the knee bar. So I want to keep his leg in this position. I'm going to squeeze my knees together as hard as I can, fixate his upper leg, and squeeze my head to the side to fixate his foot. And my hands are going to grab his heel, the highest pointer. So try to bend your leg, please, try to close the triangle again. It's fairly hard, yeah? So putting all my pressure on the top of his heel, pulling this back, pushing my head off, and squeezing my knees together. So whilst my upper body is doing that, I could opt to upgrade my lower body leg configuration. So the best thing would be, after I spin, ending up in this weird position, getting this leg inside his legs, like this, and squeezing together with my knees. So it's hard to see on video, but Ward can assure you, there's a difference between being here and being here. There's so much pressure generated on his leg. So I want to fixate his femur, get his tibia, and get like an armbar, a knee bar. So this foot, if possible, I want to extract it, put it inside his legs to get a better configuration. So I not only get a stronger finish, but I don't open myself up for too much counterattacks. So the whole thing, I'm going to engage him, I'm going to have him reset, grab the foot, get my elbows to my hips, and generate some pressure. As he starts working, gonna extract, go to knee on belly. Obviously, we can go to side control or to top positions here, but we want to start the submission. So this hand goes and catches, this knee goes behind, boom. And obviously, I'm leaning on my partner while spinning to generate pressure, boom. Sit down and immediately get my head towards his foot, grab the heel and pin it down like this. I want to have his knee inside my leg. So if I'm too high, there's no knee bar. So I want to stay close. Squeeze my knees together, get to the heel, get my head towards the mat, and control here, yeah? Like being on a phone on this side. Whilst I'm doing that, I'm gonna get this leg in if possible, and just get it inside position, squeeze together, grab his heel, and now while squeezing here and there, then I'm gonna lean back with my back and bridge my hips forward to get the knee bar, yeah? So that should be a small window of pressure. If you're pulling with your body like this and there's no pressure, even with your head here, you can see Ward is lifting his hip and twisting his leg to compensate for the pressure. And he's just releasing stress on his leg. So I want to keep it all super tight. There's more happening here than you might think. This is where the position gets controlled. This is where we get the finish. And then it's just a few inches to get breaking mechanics. So, I told you we're going to check out this foot. So now Ward's going to do the technique on me. I'm going to address the part of the foot dangling over there. So he engages, or we play this fight. He gets pressure, he pushes, goes to knee on belly, he spins and cups, and he gets to the position. Now, this foot, guys. So there's a few pros and cons. As long as it's on my hip, he can keep me back and keep pushing. If it's on the inside though, here, it's easier for me to start grip fighting with my hands. But if you have a choice, I'd always opt to go for the inside space. First off, you get a better position to transition into 411. But second off, I could attack this foot. There's not that much for me open here, and I do have to address the knee bar, yeah? And it gets dangerous for him, for the guy attacking the knee bar, as soon as I get to close my legs and triangle, so I defend the knee bar and then start attacking his foot. So for the attack on the foot, there's some toe hold variations here. We could go for a traditional toe hold, grab the foot and try and finish here. But what I like to do here is something you guys might have seen before on Instagram, very fancy toe hold called the linslock. I actually saw with Dean Lister, he has a cool variation on it. I think he calls it the corkscrew lock or corkscrew toe hold, anything like that. But it's going to be a toe hold variation where I go underneath his leg, slide up. So I want to be with my bottom hand underneath, get a gable grip and fixate my forearm on top of his toes, like this. Grab and then lift with my left side and push down with my right side. The only problem here is I could finish here, get some pressure on his toes and break it. But if I trade this for the knee bar, it's kind of hard. Plus, if he wants to release some tension on the toe, he can just lift his leg, because I have no leg configuration on his leg. It does, however, if he releases pressure to take away from the toe hold, he opens up my knee. So he has to choose, either keep his leg super tight and I get a tight toe hold, you see, he's lifting because of the pain, or reacting to my submission and releasing pressure here, and I can start working. So there is something to be said for this foot here. As soon as he spins from the position, gets his head to the mat, push it all the way down, please. Yeah, squeeze your knees together. And as soon as he starts bridging, now I'm pretty late, I should address the knee bar first. I could go for the toe hold or other toe holds here with this foot, so that's why he prefers to get it in here, yeah? But he can always release pressure with this leg, because I'm not controlling this leg. So as soon as I go for it, I want to go for this toe hold. Yeah, for this linslock, he just opens up. It does, however, give me time to work escaping the knee bar. The best thing would be if I first address this problem and get my legs triangled and then start attacking this toe hold here, okay? But it's a niche, and if I get to trade the knee bar locked in for the toe hold, obviously the knee bar is, in my opinion, the superior of the two submissions. So let's do the whole thing one last time. Get him out of position, control his feet, put some pressure, drag him out, pass the knee on belly, spin, control, get the knee in, spin down, legs together, lay down on his leg, lift, squeeze, yeah? Other side. So get him up, control the leg game, don't open your arms too much, stay tight, switch, spin, fall down, get your head down, squeeze your knees together, or upgrade, head to the mat, knees together and bridge. That's it. So a knee bar from knee on belly, coming from a Toreando pass where you control the foot in no gi. It's a nice grip if you don't have the gi pants to take. And some minor details on the positioning, the finishing mechanics, and the toe hold. Thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, thank you so much, Ward, the guy editing all these videos. Normally he's behind the screen, now he's on the screen, so that's super cool. Check out our other videos, and if you really like what you see, take a peek at our Patreon page. We've got some really, really nice content over there. Gas techniques, solo drills, behind the scenes, and over 20 different videos that are not public on YouTube. So thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you soon. Oes.